One of my happiest summer memories was in 2009 when I was working as a cultural resources intern at Grand Teton National Park. Grand Teton is in the state of Wyoming. The National Park Service is a government organization that cares for some of our most beautiful landscapes and animal habitats in the United States. The National Park Service turns 100 years old this year. They began in 1916. Cultural resources include things like museum artifacts, library books, and historical documents. An intern is someone who wants to learn about a job and doesn't have a lot of experience in that career yet. I had two major projects. One was to manipulate images of artifacts from the Coulter Bay Indian Arts Museum so they would be ready to publish if researchers asked permission to use them as illustrations in their books. The other project was to come up with an information package that instructed scientists on how to go about requesting a permit to conduct research inside the park. Coulter Bay is an area of Jackson Lake. I got to live in a cabin at the University of Wyoming Research Station north of Coulter Bay, but still along the lake. One of my favorite activities while I was there was to go down to the dock and watch the stars come out in the evening. I paddled out onto the lake in a sit-on-top kayak several times as well. One time I had to race a thunderstorm back to shore. The cabin was very comfortable. I shared it briefly with a woman who was studying bighorn sheep. She would hike up into the Tetons with binoculars and a notebook, recording how many sheep she saw and where she saw them. Other researchers staying at the station included butterfly researchers and a woman studying historical park buildings, including the remains of an old dude ranch. A dude ranch is a place where city people come out to experience the cowboy lifestyle. Mostly I had the cabin to myself. I did share it with mice and bats from time to time. I was able to dispose of the mouse with a trap. I felt bad, but he was after the food in my storage locker. His scuffling was also keeping me up at night. Too bad the fox I saw wasn't able to keep him in the food chain. The bats came out once it was full dark and flew in tiny circles near the top of the ceiling. I appreciated them keeping the mosquitoes away, plus they didn't make any noise. One day as I was commuting to work on my bike, I saw a female moose through the trees. It's always exciting and a little scary when you see a moose. Sometimes the rangers would close a hiking trail because a mama moose and her calf were in the area. Moose moms are very aggressive toward people. So are mama grizzlies, although I never saw one of those while I was there, only a black bear. Grand Teton National Park is just south of the very first national park ever established, Yellowstone. Home to Old Faithful, herds of bison, wolf packs, and an amazing array of volcanic mud pots, hot pools, and fumaroles. My dad and I took a road trip through Yellowstone and Glacier National Parks during a different summer vacation. I also have tales of another grand national park, Grand Canyon. But that's a tale for another day.